Okay, good morning, Spartans. Welcome to session number 22 of the Stay Home Spartans lockdown sessions. Apologies for last night. Well, not much I can really do about it, unfortunately. But here is last night's session. I'm going to have to do a lot more of it than I intended because I haven't got the guys on Zoom to do it for me. So what we're going to start off with, guys, is, as always, a little bit of a warm-up. Following that warm-up, we're going to work into a little bit of stability, and following that little bit of stability, we are then going to come into the main part of the session, okay, which is going to be excuse me, stupid hay fever. So I'm just going to quickly get some alcohol gel in my hands, and then we shall get going. So what I'm going to get you guys to start off with is going to be a set of walkouts. So what I want you guys to do is come into just a set of walkouts, and all I want you to do is fill it into 5 reps. So you guys have been doing this for a few weeks already, will know what the walkouts are. So it's just that walkout into that press up position, and from there push the hips up into the air, stand all the way up, right back down, folding over at the hips, trying to keep the legs as straight as possible, and really get that stretch down through the hamstrings, through the backs of the thighs, maybe a little bit of lower back stretch as well. Obviously, if you need to break at the knees, that's fine, you can do so. As soon as you've done 5, okay, as soon as you've done 5, I've only done 3, maybe 4, and that wasn't counting. As soon as you've done 5, hands across the chest, we're down onto both knees, and then reverse the movement back up onto your feet. Alternate which knee you go down onto, okay, but again, just reverse the movement each time. Nice and easy. All we're looking to do is just get hips moving, legs moving, drive the foot into the floor. Now, can't quite see on the video, let me back off. What I want you to do with those is just going to be foot flat on the floor each time that you stand up. So don't have it tucked in here where you're on your toes. Try and stay foot flat on the floor and up and then back down each time. So you're always stepping onto that flat foot. Big drive through the middle of the foot. We're going for 1 minute there, so that's about 30 seconds. But another 30 seconds of this one. Again, like I say, just getting the heart rate up. Just slowly getting the heart rate up. Gentle movements, nothing that's particularly difficult. With that, hands across the chest, you can put hands on the hips. You can let hands hang just as long as you aren't shoving off and pushing off that front thigh. So just that it becomes completely leg driven or lower body driven. From there, you're going to lie down onto your back, and we're going to come into some rotations, so lower body rotations. So legs at 90 degrees. You can lie your head back onto the floor, arms out. Don't know why Alexa is speaking to me over there. But again, that rotation from side to side, just loosen up, round the lower back, around the hips. Just nice and easy, dead easy pace. Just going for 1 minute, we're about 30 seconds in. Now if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can just plant your feet on the floor and just let the knees wave from side to side. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you straighten the legs. That means you then have more torsion or more tension going through the lower back. Again, I'm just going to go back to the nice and easy one. All we're looking to do is just warm up, just getting ourselves ready for the session ahead. Last couple of seconds, we're then going to come into that stability, and all we're going to look at doing time. Okay guys, bring yourselves up onto your feet, and we're going to spend sort of a minute or a minute and a half on each position. A minute or a minute and a half in each position. Now, obviously, I want you to be aware of what your surface is underfoot. Okay, so I'm in socks on a laminate floor, so I'm not going to go wild with this one. All I want to do for the next minute is I want you to do 5 hops on the right, and then without stopping, try and go 5 hops onto the left. So it's 1 minute, off we go. Let's go. So it's just that little bit of 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap over 1, 2, 3. And it's just that swap each time. Doesn't have to be massive hops. You just keep swapping as often as you can through that minute. Now you can add in a little bit to it. I'm just hopping on the spot, but you can come into hops forward, hops back, hops from side to side. Again, but it's around about 5 hops, then swap sides. Again, just that movement in between, already over halfway through. Just working that ankle stability. I'm not letting my heel touch the floor, trying to keep my heel off the floor, really working through the calf. Keep moving that body weight. Building up. Again, this is the kind of thing that'll help with sprinting, moving fast, because again, calves obviously massively involved in acceleration, but also for the guys playing contact, you're in that pushing and driving, whether it's in the scrum, whether it's in a tackle, and helping those kinds of things. Okay guys, time there, that's 1 minute, there's 1 minute. So from there, we're then going to come into a little bit of hip rotation. So we're back onto the floor. So we're going to do a 90-90 turn. So that all that means is 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. So feet planted wide apart. Try and keep your hands off the floor, but again, try and drop both knees onto the floor. So they're both at 90 degrees, and then all I want you to do is rotate across and try and get both knees onto the floor. So a bit closer to the video. So again, just that twist, up and over, twist on the other side. So your feet only just need to be wide enough that you can actually get both knees onto the floor. Because if you go feet too narrow, what happens is your foot will block off the knee. So you want them a little bit wider so you can get both knees onto the floor. Again, it's just that alternating position, just that rotate round. If you really struggle with that, just take it back a stage, pop your hands on the floor behind you, just come into that turn. And again, it's just that drop both knees to the floor, just that rotation, side to side, that 90-90 turn. Looking good, coming up on a minute there as well. We're going to come into those single leg deadlifts. So again, to work on that hamstring flexibility, to work them under load as much as possible. So again, balanced on one foot, fold forward, try and touch toes or shoelaces, come back up. We're going to go for 90 seconds. I would go for 3 reps on the right, and then from there just go straight into 3 reps on the left. Just no rest in between. So again, swapping over. Okay, so again, that single leg deadlift, just working between the two. Again, if you want to spend a bit of extra time on any of these positions, maybe I'm rushing through, you know, pause the video, spend a bit of extra time, particularly if you're prone to hamstring strains, groin strains, you know, spend some extra time mobilizing, warming up. So you got about another 40 seconds or so. I think that was 3 actually. So again, just alternate 3 right, 3 left, and then go back to the right. So again, I'm trying to control that movement through the hamstring. Now you'll notice I'm not locking out my standing leg. So there's a slight bend in that standing leg. Touch the floor, touch the shoelaces, back up to standing, and back out again. Another 10 seconds. Dead easy, nothing to it. Good. From there, guys, just going to come into a little press up routine. So a little press up, or I suppose more of a yoga type flow. So I want you to drop into a low press up and into a cobra where we arch the back. Okay, so we're going to come into from that press up position onto the floor. Chest comes up. Hold that for a count of 2. Come back down, and then it's into that downward facing dog. Again, just cycle through these, spend a minute or 2. So chest onto the floor, chest up, back down, downward facing dog. Again, you can flow through this at whatever speed you want, okay, so you can absolutely nail that speed, really pick up the pace on it if you wish. But equally, you can just spend a bit of time in each position, so you're not actually rushing between the two. You're not actually absolutely caning the pace, trying to fly through as many reps as possible, because that's not the goal. As many reps as possible is not the goal. Okay, guys, so there we go from there. So we're coming into, after that short stability section, we're into our main section. Now, what we've got, guys, okay, is going to be 3, just 3 5-minute blocks, okay? So 3 5-minute blocks. So what's going to happen is you're going to do 45 seconds of work, followed by 15 seconds of rest, okay? 45 seconds work, followed by 15 seconds of rest for 5 minutes, after that, you're going to get a full minute to recover, at least a minute to recover, minute and a half, and then we start the next block, okay? So it's going to be 3 5-minute blocks. So we're going to start off, first one coming up in, it's going to be squat jumps to begin with, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So again, hips down, so just those squat jumps, hips down, drive up, hips down, drive up. Just nice smooth pace, best you can. I want you to keep moving for 45 seconds. From there, there's me. I've just adjusted the camera and we're going to go into jumping jacks next. So jumping jacks, I can't quite get back. You guys should hopefully know. Jumping jacks, hands go above the head, down towards the thighs, and hands out and in. Still got another 15 seconds of those squat jumps, so keep moving, hips down. Driving up each time, keep moving, last 5 seconds of those. 3, 2, 1, relax. You got 15 seconds to rest, then we're into those jumping jacks for 45 seconds. So jumping jacks. Yeah, we're going to have to say now, it is weird presenting the class to nobody. Ready, and off we go. So into those jumping jacks. That movement out and in. Try and stay on the toes and just keep moving the whole way through the movement. Keep going, you're 20 seconds in, still got another 25 seconds left to go. We then come into plank jacks. So for the next move, you can be in a press up position or a plank position. I would choose press up, but it's an individual choice. You don't have to be in either one. What you're going to do is do that jack motion, feet out, feet in, with your feet while you hold the press up position. Time, 15 seconds to recover. So from there, it's going to be a press up or a plank jack. I'm going to do a press up variation. And what you're going to aim to do is press up, feet out, feet in. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So again, feet out, feet in. Try not to get bum in the air. Try and keep hips level. Okay, so we're working in that press up position, feet out, feet in. Again, like I say, don't let the hips come up into the air so your body's in that kind of shape. Also, don't let them sag down to your body's in that shape. You want that up nice and tall body position the whole way through. 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. From there, we're going to go into plank to press, or a walking plank as it's sometimes known. Time, 15 seconds to recover. So you're over halfway through. Plank to press is press up position, down into a plank and back up again. So it's going to be down, down, up, up. That's your motion. Going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So press up position, down, down, up, up. Working your way through. That's it, 45 seconds. So remember, this is your penultimate exercise, so exercise number 4 out of 5. So we stay on the floor for this one. And we stay on the floor for the last one, so you can rest there on the floor. "30 seconds in, 15 seconds left to go. And the last one is straightforward press-ups. Straightforward press-ups. So I've got 5 more seconds. 2, 1, rest. 15 seconds to rest. Last one in block number 1 is press-ups. So just straightforward, on your knees, on your toes, bum in the air, doesn't matter, as long as you're going for the most challenging version you can for 45 seconds. Off we go, let's go. So last 45 seconds in the first block. So again, chest to floor, back up. Again, if you run out of steam, just drop to the knees, keep going. You run out of steam there, go to the easiest one, bum in the air, and just into that chest down. Just make it an easier variation as you go through. 20 seconds in, 25 seconds left. You will get a full minute to recover at the end of this one. And then we go into the next one. Last 10 seconds. Keep working on those press-ups. Don't allow yourself to stop yet. You're almost there. Time. Okay, guys, a full minute to recover. A full minute to recover at this stage. So what we're going to come into next, we're back on our feet for the next one. So I'll try and do this one at a bit of an angle so you can see. What we're going to look at is doing a lunge with knee drive. We're going to do 45 seconds on one side, 45 seconds on the other. So it's going to be that step back into a lunge and then drive up, knee up in front. So lunge to knee up in front, and try and keep them dynamic, big drive from that bottom position, right up, big step back, up. So you'll notice my feet don't stand beside each other at any point through this movement. It's just that touch each time, okay? That is what you're going to be going for. You've got another 30 seconds to rest. So we're going to go stepping back and forward with the right foot first. I'm going to keep the left foot planted. If you get it wrong, it doesn't matter, because you just do it wrong on the other side in the second round. But we're looking really good, really solid. Okay guys, last couple of seconds. So let's get ourselves ready. So again, to the front of whatever area you're using. Careful not to knee your camera or knee your TV screen, whatever you're watching this on. Remember, step back with the right, drive up with the right for 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So into that deep lunge, big drive, deep lunge, big drive each time. Try and keep that going. If you can, get your knee to touch the floor and back up. I don't want to see just a big step and drive each time. So we're trying to get right down and drive from that bottom position each time. 20 seconds in. Now the second move is the exact same thing on the other side of the body. So we flip over. 30 seconds in, 15 seconds left. Same pattern as before, 45 on, 15 off. Time, okay guys, 15 seconds to rest, 15 seconds to rest. This time, right foot stays planted, left foot does those steps each time. So that step back, drive up with the knee each time. 3, 2, 1, off we go, let's go. So right foot stays planted this round, left foot steps back into that lunge, drives up into that high knee. So again, 45 seconds, you keep working. Remember, it's only 5 minutes is all we're looking for. Only 5 minutes. So we've got 3 of these rounds, plus 1 bonus round, which is a little bit tougher. A little bit different as well. So exercise number 3 changes. We're back onto the floor again, where we are going to do a hand release press up. We've done these before. Time, 15 seconds. So I do 15 seconds to rest. So now guys, what you're going into, press up with a hand release at the bottom. So every rep is down, hands out, back in, press. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Try not to elbow the radiator or whatever's nearby. Give yourself a little bit of space. Reach out, back in, press. So it is that hands out, hands in, press. Hands out, hands in, press. You're working your way through that. 45 seconds. We're then going to go into mountain climbers. Now you have a choice with the mountain climbers. And I want you to go for your weakest one. Okay? Not your strongest one. Although I'm not in the room with you, so I can't tell you what's what. 5 more seconds. So you can either go for speed. So if you're like me and you're not particularly fast, maybe work on moving the feet as fast as you can. Time, okay guys, 15 seconds. Or if your core is your weaker point. So the slow one is knee in, dead easy pace. Speed, same thing, just trying to sprint on the spot. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so I would go focus on speed, so 45 seconds, trying to drive those knees in between the elbows, hard and as fast as I can. So again, if you find your t-shirt slipping up, means you've got your arse too high in the air, so your t-shirt will be sliding downhill. So bring your hips down. Don't stop to readjust, just adjust how you're doing the movement. It's on video, and I'm on video. You guys aren't on video this time, so you don't need to worry about being topless in your own living room. Last 5 seconds. Then you're back onto your feet, already into exercise number 5. Time, okay guys? So sumo squat jacks. So this time you land in a wide squat, fingertips hit the floor, and then feet together. So it's that down, back out. Ready, and away we go. Let's go. So down, fingertips touch the floor. If you want more of a challenge, get knuckles on the floor. But again, get low into that squat so your fingers can hit the floor. It's up. Now what I want to see is make sure that you get the hips down. You drop down into it while keeping chest up. I don't want to see that kind of position where it's hips up into the air and just reaching down. We want that squat into it, so you drop through the hips. 15 seconds left. Time, a full minute to recover. Full minute to recover. So grab yourself a drink. You've got one more 5-minute block, plus one mini bonus round. The bonus round, you get to choose how hard you make it. But yeah, you get to choose how hard you make it, basically, is the crux of the matter. So what we're going to come into, there's a bit more core work in this one. It's still a mixed bag. So like everything else guys so far, bit of cardio, bit of legs, bit of upper body. Now we've got a bit of core mixed in with everything else. So what we're actually going to start with, some lunges, some leg work, okay? But we're going to come into those curtsy lunges. Again, just going to move this mat out of my way. Excuse me. Just going to move this mat out of my way. The curtsy lunges, you step out, leg crosses over behind, drop into that lunge and do the same thing on the other side. So again, you cross over, so it creates that little bit of a gentle twist around the hips, because obviously your hips move in every direction, okay? Not just forward and back. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1, 45 seconds, off we go. So again, that crossover, back up and over each time. If anybody has any extra weight, any kettlebells, any dumbbells, feel free to use them. You want to make it really difficult, throw a partner over your shoulder, like that guy who rescued the protester rescued that arsehole at the Black Lives Matter protests, looking like an absolute boss. At least the guy on his shoulder had the decency to look ashamed of himself. And I think that's possibly the only decent thing you could do. His last 5 seconds of this one, we're then into a cobra crunch, okay? So a Superman crunch is also known as. Time, 15 seconds. Your belly down on the mat. What I want you to do is you're going to try and lift your hands and feet and crunch very, very gently in 3, 2, 1. So it's just hands up, feet up, relax. Hands up, feet up, relax. Just working between those two positions, up, down, up, down. If that's too easy, stretch your hands out in front. Just makes it a little bit more challenging. Make it nice and smooth. Don't wrench up into the movement. Just a gentle squeeze. It's a very small movement. Shouldn't be moving too far at all. The next one is a full body crunch. So typically when we crunch, we just lift the head and shoulders. Now we're going to get the legs involved as well. So again, I'm going to try and get myself a bit of an angle for the next one. Last couple of seconds and time, 15 seconds. Last one, or this next one guys, okay, so you're going to stretch fully out and then crunch right in. So stretch full body out, crunch right in. Ready, and, oh no, we've got a couple extra seconds. 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So again, that's stretch out, crunch right in. Stretch out, crunch right in. When you stretch out, be careful to make sure you keep your lower back pressed on the floor. If you struggle with this one, don't stretch out, stretch up instead, okay? So that just changes how it feels, doesn't put as much pressure through your lower back. So again, 45 seconds, that's stretch out, crunch in. From there, you're going to be on your feet again in the next round. You still got another quarter of a minute. Another 10 seconds now at this stage. We're going to go into 10 on, 10 off, high knees. Okay, and what that means is 10 fast, 10 slow for 45 seconds. Time. So what I want you to do for the next block is going to be 10 reps where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're working fast and slow. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So a fast 10, a slow 10, a fast 10, a slow 10. As many reps as you can, or as many rounds as you can, in the space of that 45 seconds. So again, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, just keep alternating between those two positions. Between those two positions. The last one, again, just be careful of what you've got underfoot. Again, I've got socks on laminate flooring, so I'm just going to do short jumps, but you guys can throw in bigger jumps. Time, 15 seconds. So those short jumps, I'm just going to go into jump, small jump forward. When I reach the end, I'm going to do the same thing in reverse. Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. If you are, in shoes on carpet or in shoes on where you've got good grip, feel free to make those jumps forward bigger and still keep the jumps backwards quite small. But pay attention to your surroundings. Get what you can. Now remember, 5 minutes per block. This is the third block. It's also the 5th exercise, so it's actually the last one. Last 20 seconds of it. And then we're into our little bonus round, Last 10 seconds, keep working. So again, those little broad jumps, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward with every jump, and then back, back, back. Time, okay guys, time. So, that's the main bulk of the workout done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a dead easy variation of the finishing bonus round. So what we're going to do is do single limb burpees, and all that means is for every burpee you're going to take one limb off the floor. So you're going to do one not using your right hand, you're going to do one not using your left hand, you're going to do one not using your right leg, you're going to do one not using your left leg, and then you're going to do one regular one. Now all I want you to do, I want you to try and choose a number between 1 and 5. That's it, 1 and 5. If you choose, whatever number you choose, I want you to do that number of reps on each body part. So I'm just going to really simply, I'm going to choose 2, a relatively easy one. So I'm going to do 2 using my right hand, 2 using my left hand, 2 using my right leg, 2 using my left leg, and 2 regular burpees. That is the final bit. If you choose 3, obviously do 3. If you choose 5, do 5. If you want to choose a higher number, you can absolutely go for it. But as always, guys, if you have any feedback, let me know, let your captains know. They'll be able to get in touch with me. As well, I've changed my social media channel slightly, so both Facebook and Instagram are now at Neil Gallagher Training. If you want to get in touch, you need any help, any advice, feel free to get in touch, guys. I'm more than happy to help. And I will see you guys, well, seeing as it's Tuesday morning, I'll see you guys tomorrow night for our next lockdown session. I'm off to do this 2 on each side. So I'll give a quick demo of what mine are. So again, 2 using my right hand. So right hand down, 1, 2, left hand down, 2, both hands down, 1 foot, 2, other foot, 1, 2, and then finally both hands both feet for 2. You choose your number, get it done. Okay guys, well done tonight. See you tomorrow night.